Hey, welcome back my fellow Digidestined to another video here in the Peck of the Hero channel. We're going to be going over the games that I played this past locals. My first round matchup was against Ulforce and I'll be piloting Imperialdramon fighter mode. Blue-green, not the virus one. So, let's jump right into it. Alrighty here. Everything's looking good, so tech should just place. Okay, perfect. Just gonna take my one off because I feel like I'll be talking too loud. Okay. So I think everyone knows how Imperial is being played. You just need Davis Can on the field, so you can activate it, play a level rookie for free, and then being able to just go into Imperialdramon for basically negative memory because the build that I'm running has the XVs and the Sting ones that give you 1 memory when DNA Digivolving, and then by typing Davis and Ken, you also get a free memory there. So I'm actually quite not familiar with the Ulforce that she's playing. She did say she made changes to the build to, I don't know. She said she was trying a new build. So second turn, I draw a Wormmon, and I think I keep it in the back and just evo into Stingmon, I believe. I like to keep it color, just keeping the colors correct. So if I were to go into Vmon, I would go into XV and then Wormmon into Stingmon. So I went to Stingmon for 2 and then play Davis for 4, putting her at 3. I believe here she races and swings into security with jamming. Because, I mean, why wouldn't you not take a free swing with jamming, right? There it is. So 1 check at 4 with jamming, so it doesn't matter. Checks as Stingmon. And then looking at her hand, she doesn't have any tamers to go to set up for Ulforce. So I believe she goes into this Huangkunmon. I forgot I'm doing that. So I can't even use this. Or actually, no, I can. Okay, checks a Wormmon. Huangkunmon says that can't be deleted, I think. I don't remember actually what she said. That's also like a new card. Well, not a new card, but it's a card that I haven't seen in a while. Or at all in general. So I'm not quite sure what it does. She's still at 0. So she goes into Ulforce X Antibody to unsuspend when Digivolving. And then she would bounce, I think, some Digimon, but since I had nothing on the board, nothing happens. So race. Start of main, I activate Davis and Ken to play out a Wormmon. Wormmon searches 3. Grabs a free and a tamer with Ken in its name. So I grabbed Imperial, Dragon Mode. The starter 1, that allows me to pop a level 4 green and blue Digimon. I went to XP for 2 into the Wormmon, and I'm pretty sure I have the Imperialdramon to DNA Digivolve. There you go, Imperialdramon. For -2, tap into Davis to gain 1 more and strip in 3 sources. I believe I strip the baby here, so no jamming. And then when Digivolving, I suspend every Digimon with as many or fewer sources than that Imperialdramon or that Digimon. And then if DNA Digivolve, they do not unsuspend until the end of their turn. Here, I swing into Lanamon because he has piercing and I have jamming. I draw 1 from the Demi V. And she checks a Davis. Davis on play, searches 3, grabs a blue and green card. But I think she only has blue Digimons. So she grabs the Pseudomon Ace. And then when attacking, I would suspend a Digimon. If I don't suspend a Digimon, I unsuspend with Imperialdramon. Here I'm debating to swing again or go into the Dragon mode, which would allow me to play a level like Digimon, level 4 blue-green or lower. So I'm looking to see if I have another line or if I should just take another swing. This might be slow play, but I promise I'm trying to be a better player. So I'm trying to think of different lines that I can do and not just no brain all game. So I do take another swing with jamming, change into a 1k Vmon. Thank God I have jamming. And I do even to the Imperialdramon that allows me to pop the level 4 Digimon. So I pop the Wormmon Searcher and the XVmon. So I do get the on plays, fortunately. So on play for Wormmon allows me to search 3. And I grab the Imperialdramon. Now here I believe I don't have a Stingmon that gives me memory back. Because if I did, yeah, so this Evo's for 2. I will go into Imperialdramon, gain 1, but she has a Davis. But at least I'm setting up a whiteboard that I think she won't be able to enter. Plus that Ulforce is stunned for the turn. They cannot unsuspend. Here she unsuspends, but then I tell her that since I digivolve with Imperialdramon, they don't unsuspend. So here, let's see what she does. I think she goes into the EXVmon. She does have the Pseudomon Ace, but even if she plays that, it's what, strip 2 sources or 3 sources? Because if she plays the Pseudomon Ace, I mean, and bounce one to hand, that Imperialdramon line with only the Stingmon, XV, and Wormmon is basically dead. Because it's stripped and bounce, so I don't get partition on that. She does Evo into the Greymon in the back that has Reboot. I think that's one of the new cards that she was adding. And she goes into UlforceVeedramon that on main can suspend the Digimon to search 3 and grab all Tamers, I believe, all blue Tamers. So my turn, I hatch a Demi V, start a main, Davis and Ken will pop a Vmon, Vmon searches 3. I think I grab the Imperialdramon. I believe I then Evo in the back to have another Digimon set up ready to go for next turn. Draw. I Evo into the Promo Vmon. Swing. I draw one from Stingmon. Draw one from... Oh, don't draw from Sting. This Blue Scramble and Security, I believe, what? Plays a Digimon, right? And then it gets added to the hand, I believe. Or is... I guess we'll see. Because I think she plays a Promo Vmon, and then it goes... Yeah, okay, so it goes to hand. Then I swing again to Security. Jamming still. This one was only 1 check with no jamming. But I do draw one from Demi V. But it's fine. 12-12. I think I don't have enough juice to go into the other Imperialdramon, but I could be wrong. So Evo 2 into the Jamming XV, which is the EX1. And then I think I play a Wormmon here for 4. I feel like I should have just Evo in the back, but even then, she has Davis. So if I would Evo for 2, put her a 1, and then Davis sets to 3. But I think... Oh, you know what? I do go into Imperialdramon because then that Ulforce would unsuspend, and that would mean trouble for me. So I think I do hard play this Stingmon. End of turn Vmon DNA Digivolve into Imperialdramon. Yeah, so play for 4. End of turn DNA into Imperialdramon. There's no stripping, but I do suspend both Ulforce and Vmon, and they're not allowed to unsuspend until the end of their turn. So I keep that Ulforce, like I keep it suspended. And then, yeah, regardless, I don't have enough memory to keep turn, so it just goes back to her turn at 3 with that Davis sitter. Now, here, there is a misplay. Hold on, let me pause. Because as far as I understand it, the Imperialdramon effect is like a blanket effect, so it affects all the Digimon. So I think here she suspends the AeroVeedramon to search 3, then evolves into an UlforceVeedramon that unsuspends when digivolving, but that should not happen because they're not allowed to unsuspend. I believe that's how it works. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we see this happening here. Let's see. Because I think the wording on the Imperialdramon, it says none of their Digimon are allowed to unsuspend until the end of their turn. You know, it's like kind of like yeah, I think that's how it works. So yeah, she suspends here. So she finds a Davis can, and I believe here she then goes into All Force on suspending. And then she's here looking to bounce the Digimon, but then she asks for a partition. I tell her that I get partition on all the 2 Imperialdramons except for the Imperial, because in the Imperial line I only have this Stingmon. So then here she goes into All Force X when Digivolving on suspend. And when this Digimon on suspense, I think she bounces the Digimon. Yep. And then since she bounces, I get partition, because partition is other than by your effects or battle. I get to play a level 4 blue and green Digimon. And then she still has turn. She should not have kept turn because, like I said, I'm pretty sure the blanket effect doesn't allow that All Force to unsuspend even when digivolving. But I believe I just have game next turn because I can just, I have one in the back. I have a level 6 on the board, a level 5 on the board, and I think she's able to bounce everything. So don't think it really matters. Here I think she's debating into swinging, because if she swings, it could blast Ace into a fighter mode. She asked me what the fighter mode does, and I told her that it bounces or returns to the bottom of the deck a Digimon with as many or fewer resources than that fighter mode line, and I will probably just 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I would bounce that All Force if I were to have fighter mode in my hand. Unfortunately, she checks the Virus Imp, which I believe is 12, or if not, I think it's 13. It's one or the other. But either way, she dies. And then Magnamon de-digivolves. Here, I think there's another misplay. She meant to... So the card says to de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon by each color of the Digimon. So I think it would digivolve 2, but she picked Imperialdramon and XV from 2 different lines. I think she picked the Imperialdramon from the Imperial Dragon mode, and she picked XVmon from my Imperialdramon line. And I think it's just one Digimon. Because I'm pretty sure it is just from one Digimon. It says from one of your opponent's Digimon. And then bounce the Digimon with no sources. So she bounces this Stingmon. Yeah. But it's okay. She was dying regardless. So I raise, start a main. I would play a Wormon. Wormon searches 3. I was just trying to play it more safely. Just by having more bodies on the board. And then I would Evo here into Stingmon, DNA into Imperialdramon, tap the Davison Kent to strip the Vmon, keep him stunned. So DNA, Imperialdramon, gain 1, and then tap Davis Kent, gain 1. Since I tap, I strip 3, I strap the Vmon. I strip the Vmon, and then swing for game. She could blast stays here, but there's nothing much that she can do. So we move into game 2. Game 2, I believe she decides to go first, so she hatches. Oh, I'm looking at her hand. It's not looking like a good hand. But she hatches a Wanyamon, and I think she hard plays the Greymon, if I'm not mistaken, that I see in her hand right now. And I think she puts me at 5. Giving Imperial, yeah. Giving Imperial 5 memory, it's kind of insane. Because I would hatch Evo in the back, play Davis and Ken. I would still be at 1 Evo into Stingmon or XV for 2, put her at 1, and have a next, and like, it's just gross. So here, I think I played Davis Ken, because I think I was missing pieces. I hit Hydramon and XV. I Evo Sting in the back, I believe, or Vmon. Let's see. So Evo Vmon in the back, draw, and then I Evo into XV for 2, put in her at 1. Like, it's so, like, it's so irritating being put to 1, but you just have to do it, you know? Like, I hate being put to 1, but like when you put other people to 1, it's like, well, like, I have to, since you have no setter, you know, I have to abuse that. So she swung with the Greymon and checked into Imperial Dragon mode, or sorry, Fighter mode from BT13, I believe. Which is 13k. So, and then type, she plays a tie for 2. I have a merge at her, so go to 3. Here I'm debating whether to play or race. So race, play V1 for 3, search 3, grab Imperialdramon, I believe. Yes. And then what? Evo for 2, end of turn, DNA Digivolve, gain 2 back, keep turn. Oh, it's so gross, bro. It's so gross when you actually see your pieces. And then I would suspend the board, but there's nothing on the board. Swing. When attacking, if I suspend something, if I suspend something, if I don't suspend something, unsuspend. Draw 1. It checks with Davis and Ken. Checks again. I got jamming. And then I believe I go into the dragon mode that allows me to digivolve for free into a fighter mode. If they play it, yeah. So I play the BT16 one that would make a tamer Digimon not be able to unsuspend. Then by suspending a tamer, I would unsuspend this dragon mode. So I would so here I select Davis to not be able to unsuspend. Then I pick the Davis to suspend it, so I unsuspend the dragon mode. And then dragon mode all turns. If my opponent was to play a Digimon by effect or Digivolve by effect, I will be able to go into fighter mode for free, basically. And then here's your questions: what Digivolving by an effect actually means. She questioned hybrid. I believe I told her that hybrid is like a regular evolution. I think it would be like a scramble or a mental training or a warp Digivolution. I don't think hybrid is the same as Digivolving by an effect. Could be wrong. Could be very wrong. I don't see that many hybrids anymore. And when there was hybrid, I wasn't playing, so I didn't get to experience like that interaction. But I believe it's just a regular evolution. So here, think she still doesn't have a rookie, unfortunately, which is very, very rough for her. I think, if I remember correctly, here she plays a BT1 card that strips all my sources. Yeah, so she plays Heart's Attack to trash all the evolution cards under one of her opponent's Digimon. So she strips all my sources from Dragon Mode. Damn, all my sources are gone now. Sag. That's for 3, so she still has turn. And then I think she passes. I think she hard passes because she'd be giving too much memory away again if she were to play one of those cards that I see on her hand. I mean, it's 2 Mons, 1 Scramble, and 1 Ulforce. So, very hard, very hard. So, yeah, I think she just like passes here. Yeah. Yeah, that blows. So, draw, hatch Demi V or Chibimon. A1 to promo Vmon. And then, do I have a Davis and Can? I could just play Davis and Can. I don't have a Davis and Can. Play another Davis. Or Evo for 2. I think here I Evo for 2 in the back. And then I play either a Scramble or a Return of the Primogenitor. Just to put her back up 1. Because they're just May evolutions. And they have delays. So they can activate it when it passes turn. So this prevents her from deleting my Imperial Dragon mode. Because I can just go... Or make her believe that I can go into fighter mode if I were to have one. Which I don't think I have. Or a paladin mode. But yeah, so I do play Return of the Primogenitor. Return to the Primogenitor. And then here I just explain what Primogenitor does. And then she was asking what delay means, like if I could activate it on her turn, like play it, passes, and it's activated now. And I'm like, yeah, that's how it actually works. So she's like, okay, perfect. So it's her turn at 1. Man, I'm such a prick. So she evos into the Warp Vmon, and I tell her that the Vmon is fine. Like, she can suspend the Davis, but if she were to play a Vmon by that effect, I get to go into Dragon mode. Oh, sorry, Fighter mode. Evos for 2, and then I go to 3. Okay, so then I raise XV, play Vmon, searches 3. I think I grab the Searcher of Warmon. Yeah. And then Evo into Sting. For 2. Then end of turn by the Vmon. Play... Or sorry, Evo... DNA... Jogress into Imperialdramon. And then gain 2. Keep turn. Swing 2 checks. Draw 2 cards. 1 from Demi V and 1 from Vmon on suspend. Swing again. Draw again because promo Vmon is not a once per turn. And then what? Trying to see. Again, I'm trying to give her as like less memory as possible. least memory as possible. Yeah, less memory as possible. Whatever the correct saying is. English is hard. But I think I do go blue scramble. Do I go blue scramble? No, I don't go blue scramble. No, I do go blue scramble. I'm still thinking. Yeah, okay, so I do play blue scramble for 2. Or it's like main, you may Digivolve into a blue Digimon with a reduced cost of 5, but it's a base, so I just played it. So then she races the Lanamon. She swings. Oh, it was for 3. Yeah, okay, she keeps turn because Davis and Ken, you can tap when Digivolving. It only ships when DNA Digivolving, so yeah, I guess that's fine. And then I think she activates the main here. Taps tie to draw 1. So yeah. She taps the Aggro to search 3 and grab Voltamers. She does find her arena. But I don't know, I think it might be looking a little bit grim for her. Because I got 2, 3 checks unless she's able to delete the Imperialdramon or bounce the Imperialdramon. So she goes into Ulforce, plays a blue Tamer. When Digivolving, I can activate one of the Digivolving effects or something. And then she bounces. I think it depends on how many Tamers she has, but it goes up by a Tamer that she has. So she bounces my Imperialdramon. Unfortunately, I do get the wait. Oh, I think I was looking at Primogenitor and I completely forgot about partition. Cuz I was like, wait, she's not deleting me, so I can't use Primogenitor to go into a dragon mode. So I guess I will take my stack away. Which it's that's a misplay by me. I should have gotten partition on that because it's not my own effects. It's not a battle. So I definitely do get partition. I should be able to play level 4. Level 5 blue and green Digimon. But that's my fault. I guess we keep playing. So I hatch a Chibimon. I think I realized then I was like, wait, where's my partition? Frick. But I'm like, okay, that's fine. We'll just keep playing. So here I was looking at what was I looking at? Fighter mode, but I can't bounce because she has more sources right now. So I even the back into the Vmont. That will search, and I believe I play a Davis Ken. Stop shaking your leg. Yeah, looking at all the cards that I have, I think Davis and Ken is probably the best option here. If she were to get rid of my dragon mode, I could scramble, play a Vmon, search, have a Vmon in the back, play a Vmon if I play the Davis, have 3 rookies, 2 searches that will allow me to find pieces if I were to be missing some. Like I believe Davis and Ken is probably the best move. Still looking. I think I do go into Lydramon, yes, which probably not the best play because then I'll be giving her too much memory, but that's okay. See, I even say too much memory. 3. It would have been 1 memory, bro. I was at 3, but that's okay. Because I believe she does bounces my dragon mode because she unsuspends Ulforce by tapping Rina, I think. Or I don't remember how the combo works. So tap tie to draw 1, and then she will swing into security with Ulforce. tap in Rina to activate it when Digivolving. When Digivolving, plays a Tamer. When a Tamer gets played, I unsuspend. And then, yes, and then Davis searches 3. Finds Arena. But unfortunately, Davis only grabs Digimon, so Rina goes to the bottom. Unlucky. And then when on suspend, bounce at Digimon. So. And then one check, no jamming, unfortunately. It's kind of rough. But it's 12. And then. She's a 3. She could hard play Arena. Oh, never mind. She hybrids with Lanamon, and I was like, wait, you just play the Davis. I don't think you're allowed to swing with the Davis because he has summon in sickness if she were to turn into a Digimon. So she changes to Davis and Ken, which I was like, you know what? That's okay. Yeah, see, she tried to swing, and I was like, wait. You just played the Davis. I don't think you're allowed to do that. So she changes to the Vmon. Or sorry, the Davis Ken. But I wasn't too pressed about it. I was like, yeah, you can just switch it. That's fine. And then Lalamon swings security, jamming. She checks as Davis and Ken, which is pretty bad for her. Now I'm able to play 2 searchers, gain 2 memory back, and trash 6 horses. Goes into X, which I don't know why she didn't swing. Because when Digivolving, you don't suspend, no? No? Okay. 12k. 16k! So she evades. So unfortunately, she can't end. I don't know how she would have been able to. Anyways. I think she would have been one close to ending. So I think she plays Arena or Blue Scramble. I think I would. I don't know what I would do as her. I feel like I would just play Arena, no? Because when you play a Tamer, you don't suspend? Or is that Ulforce? And then she'd be able to evade again, no? If I were to be able to attack at her or something. But she goes into Imperialdramon with the Blue Scramble. So that's so fine. So here I'm thinking of doing the Blue Scramble because I think I was missing a few pieces. Like I'm pretty sure I used So I popped the Blue Scramble to then put a blue Digimon on top of my deck and then play a level 3 or sorry a 1k Digimon or 2k Digimon if I have no Digimon on the board and if my opponent has a Digimon. So so I play the XV on top, play the Vmon for free. Play Vmon, reveals 3. I grab the XV and the Tamer, puts the Imperialdramon on the back, and then I start my turn. Draw for turn, erase, start a main. Effective first, Davis Ken, play Wormon. Wormon reveals 3. I grab the green, purple Wormon and the Tamer. And then second, Davis Ken plays the one Wormon that I just grabbed. And then Wormon, I can Digivolve from the trash with the reduced cost of 1 with a free or Insectoid, I believe, and its traits. So I grabbed the XV at first, but I'm looking to see which one I'm missing. So I think I do go into the XV for 1. Then Stingmon for 2. DNA Digivolve into Imperialdramon. I would gain 2, and then tap Davis and Kent, gain 2 more, and strip 6 sources. So I think I strip all of the sources in the Ulforce stack, and then I strip the Veedramon just because of inheritables. And then suspends everything. Suspend everything. Suspends everything. Come on, suspends everything. Suspends everything. There we go. And then I go into dragon mode. No. I think I was trying to play it safe, so I could go dragon mode in case when I would swing, she was like, "Oh, I'll ace here," and then I would ace on her ace because she's digivolving by an effect. So then it's kind of like a link chain on Yu-Gi-Oh. So it didn't happen, but it's okay. So I swing through the arrow with piercing, jamming on suspend, and then here maybe sometimes they save it for the last turn. So I was like, okay, let me go into the dragon mode. Yeah, so dragon mode for 3. Draw 1 and then swing for game. So there we go. There we go. Alrighty. Let's go back here. So that was the first round matchup against UlforceVeedramon. All in all, I love playing against like Ulforce or Veedramon decks, except for Magnamon. I don't like playing against Magnamon. Just yellow blocker. It's just gross. Even though I'm building an Armor Rush deck. So first round matchup, I do take the set 2-0. I don't know. I feel like I'm starting to play it more efficiently, I don't know. I feel like I'm thinking more of the plays and what the opponent could do on his turn, and trying to think of ways to like counter, if that makes sense. I'm not just solo bolo, trying to finish the game as fast as possible. Like I know my deck is not red hybrid, so you can't do that. So it's about playing it more smart, and I think that's what I'm trying to do these locals leading up to regionals. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll try to do one every day, so round 2 will be tomorrow, hopefully, and I'll see you guys on the next part on round 2 against one of my best friends. Can I call him my best friend? One of my closest friends, one of my fellow acquaintances, my fellow pal. So yeah, I'll see you guys in round 2. Thank you, Sam. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Ta-ta.